As November draws to a close, a powerful wave of winter storms is sweeping across both Canada's Yukon and the United Kingdom, blanketing vast landscapes in white. From the icy reaches of northern Canada to the rolling hills of Britain, snow is falling in abundance, transforming familiar scenes into winter wonderlands. The cold air masses, driven by shifting jet streams, are carrying moisture-laden clouds across the Atlantic, linking these distant regions through a shared meteorological event. Heavy snow is forecasted on both sides of the Atlantic, connecting communities thousands of miles apart through a common challenge. Roads that are usually busy with daily life are now coated in thick snow, making travel treacherous and forcing many to reconsider their routines. The shared experience of braving the elements brings a sense of unity, even as each region faces its own unique difficulties. In the Yukon, where winter's grip is a familiar part of life, residents are no strangers to harsh conditions. Yet, each new storm brings its own set of obstacles. Snowdrifts that block driveways, icy roads that challenge even the most experienced drivers, and biting winds that test the limits of endurance. Communities here are resilient, relying on teamwork and preparation to weather the storms, but the unpredictability of nature always keeps them on alert. In the United Kingdom, heavy snow is a rare visitor, and its arrival often prompts a flurry of warnings and urgent preparations. Villages and towns accustomed to milder winters must quickly adapt, as snow disrupts transportation, closes schools, and challenges emergency services. For many, the sight of snow is both enchanting and daunting, a reminder of nature's unpredictability and the need to be ready for anything. Meteorologists across both regions are issuing clear and urgent messages. Reconsider any non-essential travel, stock up on supplies, and make sure your home is ready to withstand the cold. Simple actions like stacking firewood, sealing windows, and checking heating systems can make a significant difference. The advice is practical, but it also speaks to a deeper truth. Preparation is key to staying safe when the weather turns severe. Beyond personal safety, there's a strong emphasis on community care. Neighbors are encouraged to check in on the elderly, the sick, and those living alone, ensuring that everyone has what they need to get through the storm. Volunteers step up to deliver groceries and essential supplies, embodying the spirit of solidarity that often emerges in challenging times. Major roads and highways in both the Yukon and the UK may become hazardous or even impassable, with snowplows working around the clock to keep routes open. Drivers are urged to stay off the roads unless absolutely necessary, as drifting snow and ice can quickly turn a routine journey into a dangerous ordeal. In some areas, entire communities may find themselves temporarily cut off, relying on local resources and each other for support. The coming days will put both infrastructure and personal readiness to the test. Emergency workers and utility crews are on high alert, prepared to respond to power outages, blocked roads, and other weather-related emergencies. Families are gathering emergency supplies, making sure they have enough food, water, and warmth to last until conditions improve. In times like these, safety must always come first. This transatlantic snowfall serves as a powerful reminder of nature's might and the importance of respecting its forces. Whether in the remote wilds of the Yukon or the bustling towns of Britain, people are united by the need to act with caution, look out for one another, and adapt to whatever challenges winter may bring. The Yukon braces for a major snowstorm, with the South Klondike Highway at the center of concern. Forecasts call for 30 to 50 centimeters of heavy wet snow, enough to shut down travel and create deep drifts. Visibility will drop to near zero, especially at higher elevations. The highway's mountain sections are particularly vulnerable to rapid snow accumulation and dangerous driving. Authorities urge postponing all non-essential travel until the storm passes and roads are cleared. For those who must travel, winter tires, a full tank, and an emergency kit are essential. This is not a storm to underestimate. Caution is critical. A powerful winter storm is sweeping across the region, threatening the Haines Road, Carcross, and the White Pass with an extraordinary amount of snow, up to 50 centimeters, and possibly even more in some areas. This is not just a typical snowfall, it's a major weather event that could reshape the landscape for days to come. The storm's intensity is already being felt, with visibility dropping and roads quickly becoming treacherous. High winds are whipping across the steep mountain grades, blowing snow into massive drifts. that can appear in minutes. These conditions are not only hazardous for drivers, but they also increase the risk of avalanches along the mountain passes. The combination of strong gusts and heavy snowfall means that even experienced travelers could find themselves in dangerous situations, with roads becoming impassable and visibility reduced to near zero. The White Pass, already notorious for its severe and unpredictable weather, is expected to bear the brunt of the storm. Localized snowfall totals could exceed forecasts, with blizzard conditions making travel nearly impossible. Snow is piling up rapidly, and the relentless wind is sculpting the drifts into towering walls along the highway. For those who live and work in these remote areas, this is a familiar but always daunting challenge. Deep snow and howling winds can quickly trap vehicles, leaving drivers stranded for hours or even overnight. Roads may become completely blocked, cutting off access to and from small communities like Carcross. For residents, this means isolation and uncertainty, as emergency services may struggle to reach those in need. The risk of being cut off from essential supplies and help is very real. That's why residents are being urged to prepare now. Stock up on food, water, medications, and other essentials before the worst of the storm hits. Local stores are seeing a rush as people gather what they need to weather the coming days. It's a time for neighbors to check in on each other and make sure everyone is ready for the possibility of being snowed in. Authorities are strongly advising everyone to avoid travel unless absolutely necessary. With conditions deteriorating rapidly, even short trips can become dangerous. Road closures are likely, and emergency crews may not be able to respond quickly if trouble arises. Staying off the roads is the safest choice for everyone. Prolonged closures could disrupt the delivery of supplies and access to vital services. Small towns may see store shelves empty and deliveries delayed for days. Emergency vehicles could be blocked by snow, making it harder to respond to medical or other urgent needs. The community must be ready to support one another until the storm passes and roads are cleared. Avalanche danger is a serious concern in these conditions. Authorities are on high alert, monitoring snowpack stability and preparing to take action if necessary. Avalanche control teams are working around the clock to keep key routes as safe as possible, but the risk remains high until the storm subsides. As the mountains brace for a heavy snow burial, safety and preparation are the top priorities. Residents, travelers, and emergency crews alike must work together to weather this powerful storm. With vigilance and community spirit, everyone can stay safe until the skies clear and the snow finally settles. Yukon's heavy snow brings immediate hazards: whiteouts, black ice, and deep drifts. Visibility can vanish in minutes, making it easy to lose the road or miss obstacles. Snow compacts into ice, reducing traction even for experienced drivers. Snow buildup on vehicles can block lights and exhausts, risking accidents and carbon monoxide poisoning. Road closures and delays are likely, with the risk of being stranded in remote areas. Being stuck in a Yukon blizzard is life-threatening. Exposure's a real danger. Only travel if absolutely necessary, and be fully prepared for emergencies. The stakes are high. Respect the risks. Information is your best defense in severe winter weather. Always check official advisories and real-time road reports before traveling. Yukon's 511 service and local radio provide critical updates on closures and hazards. Conditions can change rapidly. Monitor updates continuously, not just once. Understand that a snowfall warning means dangerous conditions are imminent. Plan alternate routes, but be ready to cancel or postpone your trip if needed. No appointment is worth risking your life or that of emergency responders. Staying informed and proactive is the first step to winter safety. The UK faces its own winter warnings with snow and ice alerts across Scotland, Northern England, and Wales. Even a few centimeters of snow can disrupt Britain's busy roads and railways. The main threat is to transportation. Delays, closures, and hazardous commutes are expected. Higher ground may see up to 10 centimeters of snow, while lower areas face icy conditions. Overnight freezes will turn slush to ice, making morning travel dangerous. Councils are deploying gritters, but public preparedness varies, especially in southern England. The UK is reminded that even moderate snow can upend daily routines. The Met Office warns of significant snow in Scotland's Highlands, the Pennines, and Welsh Mountains. Up to 10 centimeters may fall on high ground, with drifts and road closures likely. Key routes like the A9 and M62 could be shut, isolating rural communities. Lower areas may see a slushy mix, but freezing temperatures will create widespread ice. Untreated roads and pavements will become hazardous, especially for pedestrians. The south may avoid heavy snow, but ice remains a threat everywhere. Invisible ice is often more dangerous than snow. Caution is urged nationwide. The risk of slips and accidents is high during this cold snap. Yukon's winter readiness is ingrained. Homes, vehicles, and emergency kits are prepared every year. Highway crews are equipped for deep snow and long seasons, with proactive avalanche control and constant communication. 50 centimeters of snow is serious, but the system is built to handle it. In contrast, the UK's snow response is more reactive and varies by region. Few UK drivers have winter tires or survival kits. Sudden storms can overwhelm infrastructure. Councils focus on main roads, leaving many minor routes untreated. Heavy snow can quickly cause gridlock and disruption, especially in the south. The UK manages short shocks, while Yukon endures a long winter siege. Safe winter travel begins long before you step outside. The first and most important step is to check the latest weather forecasts and advisories. Modern technology makes it easy. Use your smartphone, tune in to local news, or check online resources for up-to-date information about incoming storms, road closures, and hazardous conditions. Pay close attention to winter weather advisories and warnings, as these can change quickly and may impact your travel plans. If the forecast looks dangerous or uncertain, the safest choice is often to stay home. Avoiding unnecessary travel during snowstorms or icy conditions can prevent accidents and keep you and your loved ones out of harm's way. Sometimes, the best way to stay safe is simply to wait until conditions improve. If you absolutely must travel, take time to prepare your vehicle thoroughly. Equip your car with winter tires for better traction, and make sure all fluids, especially windshield washer fluid, are topped up and rated for freezing temperatures. Pack a winter emergency kit that includes blankets, water, snacks, a flashlight, extra batteries, a shovel, and sand or kitty litter for traction. These supplies can make a critical difference if you become stranded. When driving, slow down significantly and increase your following distance to allow for longer stopping times on slippery roads. Make all steering, braking, and accelerating movements gentle and gradual to avoid losing control or skidding. Remember, even experienced drivers can struggle in winter conditions, so caution is key. Be especially vigilant on bridges, overpasses, and shaded areas, as these spots freeze first and can be deceptively slick. Black ice is often invisible, so approach these areas with extra care, even if the rest of the road appears clear. Always keep your headlights on in snowy or low visibility conditions to help other drivers see you. Watch for snowplows and emergency vehicles, and give them plenty of space to do their job safely. Never try to pass a snowplow on the right, as visibility is limited and the road ahead may be worse than it looks. If you become stranded, stay inside your vehicle where you are sheltered from the wind and cold. Run the engine for warmth only periodically, about 10 minutes every hour, to conserve fuel and reduce the risk of carbon monoxide poisoning. Before running the engine, always check that the exhaust pipe is clear of snow and ice. A blocked exhaust can cause deadly fumes to build up inside the car, so make this a priority. Crack a window slightly, to allow fresh air to circulate, and further reduce the risk of carbon monoxide buildup. Even a small opening can make a big difference in keeping you safe. Avoid leaving your vehicle unless you can clearly see a safe destination nearby, such as a house or building. Walking in a snowstorm can be disorienting and dangerous, especially if visibility is low or temperatures are extreme. With careful preparation, smart decisions, and a healthy respect for winter's dangers, you can greatly increase your chances of staying safe on snowy roads. Remember, your best tools are preparation and caution. Never underestimate the power of being ready for whatever winter brings.